Okay,
I've had all the windows open all day.
I call tonight's meeting of the Dalton Select Board to order. It's our regular meeting. We've had a working session since 5:30. Do we have things other than the checks to sign?
Yes,
We did sign the checks while we were in a working session. We were in public, but we were. Minutes.
sewer tax warrant.
Are these staying about the same as they've been for the last?
Yes,
couple
it's
of
the
times?
same.
Okay. I make a motion that we sign the sewer tax warrant.
This, we sent a check off to Lunenburg, that covers all this, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll second that then.
All in favor? Aye. So the new pump and everything is working well and the monitor and all that. We
Yes,
put
so
in.
far goes so good.
Do we have, I know before they were just estimating things. They haven't adjusted their
No,
charge or anything.
no.
Okay.
We have a cemetery deed.
I make a motion that we approve the cemetery deed. And sign it. All in favor? Aye.
Sign it. Where?
On the bottom.
It's, we don't have to sign that, do we?
Yes, you do.
Do we all
It's
sign
on the
it?
bottom.
You just one.
There's 3 lines there, right?
Yeah.
Where it says select board. Meeting minutes from July 7th.
I make a wish that we approve the meeting minutes from July 7th. All in favor? Aye.
Non-public number 1 and 2 from July 7th.
Excuse me. I make a motion that we approve the non-public meetings minutes number 1 and 2 from July 7th.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
I have bank reconciliations for June. There are two transaction reports in there. One is just for the month of June and the other one is for January through June.
Yep. You don't have any more elections, right?
No.
This year?
Yeah.
You put the date, but not yet, the initials.
Would you want to sign in? Are we all set?
We've been spending a lot on repairs and maintenance for highway vehicles.
And roads.
Where we get the budget on those. And diesel. Materials. So did it bring error? I think we're missing some pages on this report.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, it looks like we're missing one or two pages.
Yep. Like welfare and a couple of other things.
I do have I have the preliminary recap of the budget review. So it'll give
Okay.
the totals. It just won't give the check details,
Okay,
but I have that here
okay.
next.
Why are we purchasing gas on the card? Any particular reason?
Is that the debit card?
Yeah.
That's for the lawn.
Okay,
Adam wasn't available to get his gas card, so.
You have that summary? Or did you already hand it to us?
Yeah, there's two. That one you have in your hand is just
This is
June.
just June.
Yep.
May I ask what you're looking at?
June bank reconciliations.
Fascinating.
He's got the last piece over there.
Do you have the summary? The roll?
Yes. One for each of you.
Okay.
This fund gap here, that's your expenditures for up to date, is that it?
I don't-
The fund GLAP invoice.
Those are transactions to date. January through, I think that one is January through June. It's highlighted on the front page.
So overall, we're in pretty good shape considering
Yes,
the highway department.
yes,
We've expended 54% of our budget thus far.
yep.
So that's right on target. We're halfway through the year.
That report that says preliminary on it, Tom, that's just a roll-up of the budget and where we are as far as expenditures to date. So it's just by category. No detail.
Can you send me a copy of this on to my computer?
You can take that copy.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Did you see where for the total
Yeah,
percentage spent? We're at 54%.
most of them look pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, highway, I thought would be a lot higher than that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's good to see that we're. Sometimes it's hard to see the overall picture when you're looking at the detail.
Can I have that report back? That's in front of you there. Thank you. So no questions on the budget review?
No, at the moment, I need more time to look at it.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to see that we're
Looks like we're
on
track.
target.
Yeah.
And that includes all the things that are being spent for the roads, right?
Everything that we've paid for up to this
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Or the actual expenditures.
Yep.
Okay.
So I've got random things, but we can address them as you go along in the agenda and then,
Okay,
if there's anything extra, I can do it in miscellaneous updates.
so for the property the town is selling to the Beans, the Mylar was recorded, so we have information so the attorney can update the quitclaim deed and the purchase and sale agreement and proceed with that. Return checks. I saw we had recut one of the checks, or a couple of them.
Well, those aren't
Oh,
return
those are the
checks.
returns. Those are the ones that are past,
Yeah,
not.
so that was one of the things I was trying to get in the old mail box that I couldn't get the details on what we would have to do in order to proceed going after people who are bouncing checks to the town, so we'll have to push that off to one of the next meetings so I can get the information I got from the state police, but it was something along the lines of sending a certified mail return receipt, showing proof of receipt, or denial of receipt. And then sending all the information over to the state police, and then they would take it from there for theft of services. If it's for the registration of a vehicle, then they can revoke or suspend the registration of that vehicle. So then essentially they're driving
An
an
unregistered.
unregistered vehicle and there'd be additional repercussions for that. So
And what about if it's for the transfer station?
theft of services,
Okay,
that's what he said. It would be considered theft of services and they'd have to go to court.
and we as a board would have to look at the amount to see whether it's worth,
Yes,
Doing
the board would
anything.
have to approve doing that. Yep.
right?
Can I ask please how many? At 5, 10, 12? Is
I'm
it-
sorry, we're gonna wait till public comments
Oh, okay.
if we can. We want to get through things. And I mean, I think you're asking about the volume and we talked about it at the last meeting. I think there's been an increase in the volume of return checks, so we're addressing it in terms of Jeanette's checking into what we can do. It's not like it's thousands of dollars, so
No. Hundreds, but
but
not
not
thousands.
thousands. Okay, the VoIP phone system?
I haven't gotten any other quotes for that, so we can just put that off until I get more information.
Okay. Committee updates, Conservation Committee, Planning Board. I don't think the Planning Board's met since our last meeting.
Mm-mm.
And the host community agreement committee is meeting next week, the 28th. So there isn't any update from them either.
There, I know we have it crossed out here, but I had a separate meeting, completely different topic. And some of the people that are involved in the building committee were there. We started talking about things in the building that need to be done again. So as things are kind of slowing down with road repairs in one aspect, we were looking at trying to start meeting again. It doesn't have to be monthly or every other week or anything, but just to try and get back to what was on the building committee list of items to address with the building. So maybe when we meet August or maybe September, that gives the building committee some time to pull together a current list of items to be addressed. And so maybe we can start meeting again in September for
Have
that.
we set a meeting date?
We can.
I mean, we could do it,
We were meeting before the select board meetings.
okay. rather than alternate weeks.
Right,
So I know the 4th and the 18th are going to be, you're gone the 4th, but we're still meeting at least to sign checks.
Right.
And the 18th, Eric will not be able to attend that meeting. September 1st is Labor Day.
Yep.
So we'll need to do we want to talk about that? What we're gonna do Labor Day?
Might as well.
do we want to talk, oh,
The day about the
Yep.
meeting for
Yep.
just the select board meeting on Labor Day.
yeah,
Do we want to meet on, I don't know if I can do that Tuesday night or not. Cause we'll have checks that need to be signed, at least payroll.
right,
So what about meeting on Friday prior to that Monday?
I want to have payroll,
And I
Payroll
can't, I
ends on
can't do it that
Saturday.
Friday prior to Labor Day.
yeah,
I might be able to meet Labor Day night. I should be home by then. I should be home late.
I don't want to
afternoon.
meet on Labor Day,
Will I?
it's a holiday.
Um,
Come in to at least sign the checks.
yeah, do we want?
Yeah, I'll have checks done on Tuesday,
So we could sign checks and we could meet on the 8th if we need to, or skip that meeting.
when will you know if you can meet on the 2nd?
I don't know.
Or can you meet on the 3rd? I know you have planning board
No.
at 7,
Yeah, I've got something else at 6.
okay. Well. People
Thursday?
can,
Thursday's too late for payroll checks.
yeah, we can see what comes out of the meetings in August, and if we need to meet, we can always meet on the 8th.
Okay, and we can plan on coming in to sign checks.
Yep,
So we'll have to on the 18th decide who's gonna sign payroll checks that week, okay. Then should we look at a building committee meeting on the 15th before the select board meeting?
sure.
Can't believe we're already scheduling into September.
I know, sad, I can't believe it.
So that would be what time?
Building committee,
I'm sorry,
building committee would be 5:30. I'll send an email out about
out
that.
to the committee members and maybe put
Yep.
something on the website, because if anybody else wants to join in.
Yep.
They're welcome to. Okay. And then we're still waiting for a date on the solar panel installation.
Yes. We're waiting to have full access to the system. Their monitoring systems, they're for all of their compliance stuff.
For the panels, are they up or?
No,
No,
no, we have to have access to their compliance software so that we can do all of the pre-project, pre-meetings. And then the inspection of the material once it gets delivered and before it's installed, and then during construction inspections and after construction inspections. We did submit the interconnection application and service agreement to Eversource. That was done last week, so
okay.
we've at least got that done.
And so do we have a tentative date?
They were hoping to start in July, but again, we're waiting on DOE.
And DOE does the compliance software.
Yes,
Okay,
but the Barrington Solar and their subcontractor have already gone through the software training and what they need to do, and they know what they need to do, and we're just waiting for the green light from the compliance contractors that were hired by Department of Energy.
and when I sat in on that meeting a few weeks ago, it sounded like they're really on top of it.
Yeah, it's just
Team
slow.
is, in terms of knowing what has to be done.
Yeah,
Okay, the hazard mitigation grant program is continuing. I thought I saw an email this afternoon.
yep,
Setting that up for later this week.
yep.
I think I had
Tom-
said I was gonna send it to Tom and Eric.
Yep. And I started to send it to you guys and say, hey, let me know if you're gonna do this so I could notice the meeting, but I just noticed the meeting.
You notice the meeting so they can,
I did the same type of notice. I posted it out there and put it on the calendar, just same thing I do with the host community agreement, that you guys are able participants in the process, that it is not a select board meeting and it is not available via Zoom.
okay,
So,
so I'm gonna forward it to you both right now, so I don't forget. And I'll also forward you the meeting invite so that you have the Zoom link. Okay, emergency road repairs.
so
Smith Road is going well.
Yep, I do have one printout. I only did one because it's pretty lengthy. It is a draft of the reports that we've been getting. That Ekman Engineering has been collecting for the progress of the work. If you guys want to flip through it, it's from June through last week. I did ask for that since they were asking to be compensated for work that was done in June. It's kind of our way of seeing and knowing exactly what they've been done to make sure that we're paying them for work complete. So. We have that. They're scheduled to be complete the end of July and they're probably going to meet that date. If not, they're gonna be pretty close, so. There was a little bit of delay with moving,
Has to do with the Smith Road.
yep, with moving lines. Eversource and moving poles and then moving lines and moving internet lines and telephone lines and all kinds of lines.
And then poles too. So.
And then
that was-
cutting down trees that are in the way to run new lines, and yeah, it's been a logistical nightmare with the utility companies, but we've gotten past that, so
But that wasn't their fault. That was the utility company.
yes.
And these pictures are really impressive.
I went by the other day to show Kathy and it's looking very, very impressive.
Yeah.
The Smith Road.
Yeah.
They come up another 2 blocks.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that looks great.
Otherwise, for other, road repairs, we ordered the head walls.
Oh, good.
Well said.
Unfortunately, they all have to be fabricated, so we're probably not gonna see any until the first week or so in August. We also found a local supplier and ordered the fabric for the ditching, so Adam said that they were gonna hopefully start getting some of that done while we're waiting for the head walls to arrive. At least get it done where head walls weren't going to be installed.
Okay. What about the geogrids?
We haven't ordered any of the GeoGrid stuff yet. I don't think that there's going to be any lead time on it, to be honest. It's just ordering it and getting it, but I think that there's much less GeoGrid that's gonna be probably put in place than anticipated originally.
Okay.
So what do we know about FEMA? Are we in good, are we gonna get paid from them? I mean, are they gonna reimburse us?
Yep, I was talking just casually about that earlier. I reached out to the state rep, the state level FEMA person today to make sure that one of the projects is going into obligation, which is the stage right before funding. Because the state had their fiscal year end June 30th, they were not putting anything into obligation until, they're not putting anything into obligation until Wednesday. So we have a project that's ready to go into obligation. So we should be seeing money on that one fairly soon. The other three are in different stages of review with federal FEMA again. Different changes or updates were made for mitigation. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, was just my frustration with not having any activity on those projects when FEMA is the one who made the updates.
Yeah,
So that mitigation made updates and now it has to go through mitigation again, but it's just sitting. So it looks like we finally have a new person on the federal FEMA side that's supposed to be on the call tomorrow, because they pulled all of the federal FEMA people out of New Hampshire. So now it just kind of goes to, I can't remember the group that they call it, but there's an actual group that kind of oversees states or disasters that no longer have boots on the ground in their state. So now we've been pushed into that group. So hopefully that person will be on the call tomorrow and I can find out where we are. I can go into the portal and see where things are and see when things are updated, but that doesn't give me an explanation as to why things are not moving. So, our state rep is on it, but I'm trying to push her to push them.
so this is kind of a. God forbid, I just, the weather has been crazy,
Yep,
getting crazier,
yep,
and, God forbid if we had another. And I know that Adam did a good job fixing different things, but if it's big enough and it does a lot of damage, then how does that work? I mean, would they still pay us for what Adam's already done
yeah.
regardless?
Yeah, I mean, they have all the proof. They have everything for everything that's already been done. And that's kind of my, I don't want to say my argument because I'm not arguing, but that's kind of my point is it's been a year. I've sent you everything. You've got it. You've got descriptions. You've got every single thing you've asked for. What's the problem? And our state rep did say that Christy Noem now wants to sign off on everything that's $100,000 or more, so that could put a delay. Because now it's gonna have to go back to the federal side for her signature to go back to the state side. So, I don't know, we'll find out what comes out of tomorrow's phone call,
All right, thank you.
so I'll give you guys
It's
an
really
update
important to do
once
the
I know.
mitigation piece so that if we get a heavy rain again.
Well, and that's what I
safe
said.
roads wash out.
You know, we've been prepared all summer to do this work so that we meet the deadline that federal FEMA put on us of February of 2026. But if we don't have the money that we've already spent, over $500,000, how are we supposed to have the money to go forward and finish the work? So, I said that the town we're not a big town. We don't have a lot of money in savings, and we have to make sure that we're running the town efficiently in all the other obligations that we have. So we can't just continue to do all this road work to the magnitude that we did last year, where we had funds sitting here or sitting there. And now we were waiting for those funds to be replenished and they haven't been yet. So she understands. I think she understands where we're coming from. It's just, she's at the state level, so all they could do is push.
Right.
The money's there. I keep being told the money is there, but it's just those little box checks that haven't come through.
Right.
So,
Thank you for keeping on top of that.
You're
I know
welcome.
it's a lot of work. Okay, for new business, Christine, I know you wanted to talk to
Yeah.
us.
The town paved, resurfaced right in front of our house and our property, thank you very much. But I have concerns about commercial vehicles going using French Road as a cut through. I was telling Jeanette the other day, a tractor trailer went through tandem with those big square things that the electric company is using to put over marshland or whatever. And I'm thinking, you got no business on this road. What on earth are you doing?
They're ties.
They're just, but they're big ones.
Yeah, they're ties.
And then I saw. I think it was Rodney Rexford's truck go by, his log loaded with them. And Linda Greenwood said, well, Rodney's got the contract with Eversource to put these things down. We go, oh, all right.
And he lives on that road, so you can't.
No,
stop
I'm
him.
not,
Yeah.
my
I'm just saying
concern was,
You can't stop him going on that.
I'm
road.
not trying to, I understand
But
there are
the tractor trailers on
the
that
tractor
road,
trailer, the
don't be-
tandem tractor.
Okay,
trailer.
quiet, I can't follow the two
Okay.
conversations, so one at
My
a time,
concern
please.
is. I wrote the check for almost $19,000 to top surface that portion of road, and then I see. What I think are people using French Road as a cut through. And in what, 2 years that the road is pounded to crap because of the heavy trucks that have no business on the road. I understand we've got Rodney, that's his business. I get it totally and I support it. We've got Wayne Lambert and his gravel pit. I get it. But I think there are other trucks going through that have no business. Now, Jeanette correctly pointed out, there is a no through trucking sign hidden on the right-hand side of the road above the 30-mile-an-hour speed sign that's back in the woods. So my request tonight is simply a bigger sign, far more visible, right at the entrance to French Road before they cross the bridge. And I don't know if the town has a fee or a fine for it, like a $200 fine per occurrence. Because French Road's a crappy road to begin with, and I know it was an old wagon road that just got paved over, whatever. But after I just signed the check for 19,000 for that little stretch, I'm like. Anything that the town can do to prevent the cut through commercial vehicle traffic would be appreciated. My
So-
point.
So there's the sign, you said there was a sign, no two trucks, right?
If you turn onto French Road by
There's a
the,
sign there.
by Hillside,
There's a sign there.
yeah, but it's about this big by this big, it's old, it's faded in the 30-mile-an-hour speed. And it's back on. You can't see.
Kind of in
I'm
the
just asking
bushes.
for bigger, better signage.
So who, does the town do that or does?
So that would be a town road,
Yeah,
so I think we could. I don't know how much signs cost, but it seems like replace or relocate that sign or cut the bushes so it's more visible. And I think we should talk to Adam and see what he thinks,
Yeah.
The most effective thing would
Just
be.
bigger, better, because I know I'm gonna say the guys that were paving it, when they started. They said, oh, you gotta redo the road better, and he says, no, just surface, and I said, all right, I'll see you in 3 to 5 years. Cause that's how long it, in that particular spot, that's how long that road lasts. The sun doesn't hit it in winter, it ices over, it gets scraped to crap with the trucks, and I understand it, but.
And in the past, several years, every 2 or 3 years, we've done paving.
Yeah.
And that's been like 75,000 that we've used or
Yeah.
150,000, and it's only resurfacing.
I know,
I mean, we just haven't had the resources to totally redo the roads.
That's what has to be done.
That's what needs to be done,
Yeah.
but
well, I get it, but I just hate to see what was recently done pounded
yeah,
without just cause.
Yeah.
That's my, I mean, they haven't paved over the culverts that had to be replaced. You go crappy pavement and then you go dirt and crappy and dirt. And those trucks keep,
Yeah.
the
The culvert.
illegal
That's
trucks keep
because the
going.
culverts haven't been replaced.
I know, but
Yeah.
there's no.
Right,
Okay.
we're not gonna get that until we get the culverts replaced
Yeah.
there, cause they're collapsed.
I know,
Yeah.
right, but
They're just getting worse.
Adam's trying to replace lots
Oh, I
of
know.
culverts all over
But I
the
mean,
town,
we
so.
can't Fix something until it's fit.
Is that sign?
I don't
in
want
Las
to
Vegas?
Yeah.
That's the truck.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
We've got multiple people talking, so I can't follow multiple conversations.
I think the signs are legible. They're small. They're your typical
Yeah.
road sign size, but they are legible.
But are they hidden by, do bushes need to be trimmed?
You know, I don't drive French Road a lot, but I notice the signs, but I mean, I look at signs. So if, you know, if you're driving like this and you're not looking at signs, oh, nope, I didn't see that no through truck sign.
Or if you're
And-
in a dump truck, you're way up on the,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you should still see it. I
Right.
mean, I'll send Adam an email and ask him to make sure that they're not blocked by any trees
And ask him
And-
if he recommends
replacing them.
replacing them or repositioning them.
Yeah.
I think that at this time, that's all we can do. I mean, we could have a fine, but who's gonna enforce it?
well, that's the other issue, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
and I mean, it's hard because you can have a sign, but people have to. Look, I'm thinking of towns that have covered bridges. Where they have all the signs about the height and trucks still try to drive
Yeah.
through them.
Yes.
So, Robin?
If we're talking about signs, can we do something about the ones on this side of the French Road when you're coming off onto 135? You can't see past unless you're halfway out into the road.
Oh, is that the
Yeah.
the,
That one,
That's
and
the
then
other
they
one,
put
yeah.
that arrow sign on the telephone pole for a yard sale too. You really can't see, and I'm in a tall vehicle and you still can't, visibility.
when, at this end of French Road, there's a,
Hilltop,
there's a rust, an automotive rust repair. And it's,
Yeah,
Lambert.
it's Hilltop, yeah,
it
Lambert.
was Lambert.
And
I
it needs
don't-
to be moved, somebody, I'm surprised nobody's gotten killed.
Well, I
I've
had
had
to
two
clean the
close
other
calls.
day because.
So wait, we've got, so what is the issue brushed at the end of the road or just
No,
the
it's a
design of the road?
sign. It's a big sign. And you have to literally pull out into the line of traffic to see.
Around the
You've got
sign?
Bank on the
Yeah.
guy's bank there. In order to see cars coming from the underpass, you have to pull out, but then you got the sign blocking the road coming from this way.
And the sign's on private property.
Yes.
Yes,
So
but
we
it's
can't-
attached to the telephone pole.
Well, I don't think it's-
Are you talking about the yard sale sign?
No, I'm talking about Hilltop Welding.
There shouldn't be anything attached
There
to a
is.
telephone pole.
It's attached to the telephone pole with a metal rod here and it comes down here and it's a big sign.
And he's
I
not
know.
even in business anymore, right?
He's dead.
Right, he's dead and gone.
I don't know if the grandson is.
He's up there, but he's not.
Out,
If
we
the
can
town
check
would
into
reach
it.
out
Just need
to-
to move
So we'll check
maybe
in to see if
2
that could be
feet.
removed, because that would help with the visibility.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
2 feet
Okay.
away from the pole, then you can see without going out into the line of traffic.
And it seems the other
ask
thing
Aaron.
would be on the other road to put a blind driveway sign. Blind road sign, so people, I don't think people are gonna slow down on
no,
135, but it,
people, you're supposed to do 40 and people do 80.
yeah.
I was pulling out the starting. the
Are we going to get the
other day.
speed
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, they go up and then I have to take them down to charge them. They're going back up.
Okay,
That doesn't, people don't slow down. People actually speed up. I actually had someone on 135 coming up this way and in front of me and he sped up. See how
fast he could get it.
fast he could go.
Okay. All right, we talked about the August 4th meeting because Jeanette's going to be in training, but we are going to meet at least to sign checks and do business. Hopefully it'll be a short meeting. Miscellaneous updates?
So we received our testing on our underground storage tank. Originally Jay said he thought that there was gonna be an expensive repair, but then he said no, that there won't be an expensive repair, so I'm not sure what changed. I think there was an update made to it that worked enough, so we're
Okay.
good on that. I haven't gotten any reports for the boiler inspections yet. Those happened last Wednesday. I'm assuming that we're probably good everywhere for that. We received a letter from Health Trust just letting us know that the year-end settlement for the FSA account took place and that the cash balance on that account is 0. What was deposited in that account was used.
Okay, and that is for the year end, is that calendar year?
Calendar year for
Okay.
2024.
Okay, they're right on time with doing that.
Yeah. We received a railroad tax payment from the state of New Hampshire for 2917. That's been updated on the website, on the spreadsheet that I keep there for all funds that we receive from the state. And then we received a letter from a group regarding law enforcement assisting ICE in the state of New Hampshire and how it could put municipalities at risk.
I saw that letter, did you?
I
read it?
did email it to you
Yeah.
guys.
And I don't think we need to do anything because we don't have a police force.
Correct. That's what I thought too, but it didn't stop me from sending it to you guys.
Yeah, no, it's good to see it. Do you have a different opinion?
No.
Either of you?
Well,
Okay,
Yeah. Um,
it's here.
Yeah.
I just wonder why it's here.
it's
I think they
everywhere.
probably sent it to all towns.
Yeah. And there was a notification from the State Department of Safety that the state police were being trained in assisting ICE if necessary. So. The only other thing that I have is the 2 Upton and Hatfield invoices that I sent over last week. Just want to make sure that we're okay to pay those since that's the process we've been going through.
Were there 2? I thought I printed it twice.
I have them here. It's easier for you.
Okay, so the one, I thought was straightforward and
was
I saw 2
confused on that.
invoices.
I was a little confused on that one because we got overpaid 1791.
And she was wrong.
She was.
Yeah, she was wrong. So I think we have a credit of like $600, which I'm still not really sure where they took that, where they got that from. I sent her all of my accounting and said, this is where we took the discounts, where we were directed to take the discounts, and this is what I paid you. And she said, yeah, our stuff matches. So I'm like, well, I don't have an extra $600 anywhere. So
Okay,
he's
so
sending me a check back.
Tom, this is correspondence from you on
Yeah, I saw
June
that.
16th and telephone conference on the 18th, so a total of about an hour, 1.3 hours, 312. Did you keep a log? Do you have that?
No, I got it right here. That is me.
Okay,
Yeah. No, part of the prior balance, why is it up to 6?
It's wrong. It's wrong.
It's-
Don't just disregard the prior balance. It's wrong. I've been working with their AP person and it's wrong.
So you'll send us the updated one when it's fixed.
No, because they're not gonna give me a different invoice.
we should see it changed for next month.
Yeah.
When we get an invoice.
Okay.
I don't know why she's saying that we owe $6,000, but then she's saying we overpaid by 1,700.
Yeah, that's always confusing me.
That, it
Yeah.
just doesn't make any sense.
No,
And she said it's all screwed up on their end, so that makes sense.
I've not been impressed with their billing. I mean, we've had a couple of things that were not even ours that showed on past invoices and
Yeah.
that's,
we had an additional balance on the investigation of 580.
Yes, they said that they missed an invoice.
so it's okay for Jeanette to cut a check and we'll
Yeah.
see these.
That's all I have.
Is that it? Okay. Any other business?
Yeah, did you get any proposals on the project for the transfer station for?
I have not.
Okay, the first thing I'm gonna mention is that I know that we got rid of the mattresses, which was good.
Yeah,
But we gotta come up with something to put them in because if they get saturated, they will not take them.
okay,
So, and I'm thinking that at least a small shed beside the demolition should be done sooner than later. Cause I wouldn't buy, when I went to, no, this week, but it was prior to, before they took them, they threw all the other things when Michael's working, and they left the top underneath so they couldn't get covered. And, I didn't have a chance to talk to him, but I talked to, I think it was, what's it, Warren? Well, it's the guy that works, that Reddit fellow that works for the town.
Owen?
Oh, can't remember his name. He was working there and I asked him, I said, if you can pull that out, cover them. If you can't, I understand, but.
And
then-
maybe we should have a second tarp in case it happens again, so
Yeah,
that,
because if they get saturated, then we're stuck with mattresses that we can't do nothing with.
yeah. So do we have enough information with these two projects to put out for a request for proposals? So we get competitive bids?
All I have is the sketch, so I was trying to find smaller local, so I have one so far.
Okay. But it seems like,
And it doesn't have to be done, I mean, it can be late fall before that gets.
that gets done, but we
Yeah,
need to do
'cause
something,
I know
so
we got other
right
things.
now we could do tarps over the
Yeah,
thing, so I think
That-
at least, buy a second tarp,
I
so,
think it'd be a good idea.
I mean, that's,
Just
We
so
can do that
we
right
ain't
away.
Stuck with mattresses.
but you're thinking we need like a cover over that, or,
Yeah. Well, it would be easier overall, but
yeah,
then again, that depends on our budget and everything that's going on. But
Yeah.
Jeanette will have to tell us that part of it.
Yes.
Christine?
I'm going back maybe a year and a half. There was talk at the transfer station about purchasing a, cargo container.
Yeah, we haven't purchased another one. Because we've looked and it's $3 or $4 or $5,000 to get a decent one, and instead of doing that. They wanna cut the axles off the trailer that's there and do a kind of like a lean-to enclosure on the side, so.
So you're looking for somebody to do that? Is
Yeah,
that-
we're
that's
trying
what
to
it
just
is?
get some different pricing on it.
I was
Right.
just thinking Ocean State Job Lot had, because Steve and I bought one, those big. They're not storage units, but they're the big pagoda things with
Yeah.
sides and,
Like for garage,
yeah,
canvas garages or something.
Yeah,
which would probably serve, you're probably looking at $2,400, but then you get a crazy deal back and. It might be worth looking into the town purchasing that. As a solution, I mean, supposedly Steve's putting one up in our yard this summer, but it's in lieu of a Shelter Logic, where you can get a Shelter Logic small size for like $300. It's all enclosed with the zippers and it'll last,
It lasts quite a bit, cause I got one.
it'll
and,
last 5-7 years.
What's that?
I got one too.
Yeah, it's I mean, the taps that are on them, they last 3 to 5 years. You
Yeah.
gotta replace the taps. But I suppose you can buy them with a better top. There is a company where you can buy a really heavy duty canvas to put on it instead that would last.
Well, we used to
And
just.
what are
use
those called?
Shelter Logic.
Shelfologic?
Shelter Logic.
Shelter Logics.
The Self-Logic of New Hampshire. Down in Eaton or Nashua, I think.
There's one right
the-
out of Ospey too.
Hmm,
There's one just out of Ospey.
is it, yeah,
That's where I got mine.
okay.
And those are like
I feel like
$300 for
that one
one
down
that'd be
south.
big enough.
3 to 8. depending
No,
on
they're
the
more than
size.
that. They're
Uh,
more than that, especially
The
now.
size I got is about $800. It's a 12 by 20 and that's more than enough room to stack up.
And I'm trying to picture the transfer station. Can we put that where the mattresses go?
Yeah, we'll do that, we'd have to have Adam go over and grade and clean up an area. You know, it's gotta be pinned, you gotta pin it to the ground, cause if you don't, big wind comes up, it's going to go over a ride.
But can you get stakes to pin it?
Yeah, yeah,
They have stakes.
they're actually screw
I know.
skates, you screw them to the ground,
Yeah,
And is that concrete there or is it ground?
this ground,
So we could put a stake in.
yeah,
Well, I think we should look into that.
it'd be cheaper for the time being.
Yeah. You know, and if it's $1,000 and it lasts for 3 to 5 years, then
Well, the ones we have, Steve will, when he sees the top part wearing thin after, the sun hits it, it's
Yeah.
summer. He just
Sun
goes
destroys
to
everything. It's the way it is.
Ocean State and buys a great big heavy duty and throws another one over, and we're good for another 3+ years.
yeah,
But that's not fun to do that by yourself, trust me. I had to replace mine and you really need two or three guys.
no, even a great big huge tarp, if you're trying to, I've got one laid on the
Oh,
ground
yeah.
and I'm trying to get the water off of it so it could dry and it's hard for one
If there
person.
was some problem with the mattresses, you know, you can get it up in
Yeah.
a couple of hours. You might need 2 or 3 guys, but you can get it up and you're done.
Okay.
Well, the company out of Ospey sets them up,
Yeah.
so.
Can you check on that, Jeanette? Do you need more contact information?
Nope, I'm writing it down.
Okay. So we can come back next meeting and look at that and the cost. Okay. Any other
The
business?
other thing is, the cleaning up around the cans. Whoever's working should do a little bit more, cleaning up to make the transfer station look a little cleaner. You know, cause it's bags that, I don't know if the bears took them out or they just, somebody misses the.
Inside the
that- I
building?
mean, that should be done, no, even outside, that should be done, whoever's,
Yeah, it should be done every week, cause it's starting to look really trashy.
Okay,
Doesn't work anymore.
been there for a few weeks. On behalf of the select board, you want me to reach out to Adam to talk to, he supervises Kyle.
Yeah. Well, he even mentioned to me before that it needs to be cleaned up, and I said, yeah, it should be.
well, he mentioned it to you?
He, not Kyle, but, Adam, when we was looking at the building. He said we need a
Yeah.
little bit more. To make it look nicer around it, cleaned up.
Right. But he's Kyle's supervisor, so
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'll
I
let
didn't know that
him
at
go.
that time, but.
yeah. Okay. All right, any other new business?
No.
Do we have any public comment?
I got one comment for Chris. I did talk to him. And we're gonna need a letter
The state?
to the board, and then the board will send one to the state
What are we talking
from the
about?
landowner.
Oh, is that the
Pull off.
turnaround?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry, just, I know what you're talking about, but could you just clarify?
the landowner up at the pull off
Mhm.
needs to send the board a letter, and then we gotta draft a letter to send to them.
Okay, have you spoken to the landowner, or you're saying if the landowner?
But that's the process.
Oh, okay, and what would the landowner have to say in this letter?
They didn't say.
Probably that he wants it returned to what it should be,
Yeah. Or
since it's no longer being used. That's what I would assume. I did,
That's what we really want it done.
I
And
did
this is
look
the
at, the-
landowner that it's on that side of the road,
Yeah.
right?
and I
Do
did
you
look
have
at the
a contact with
deed.
them? I'm trying to remember.
I think I have his phone number somewhere.
Okay,
I did look at the deed and there wasn't anything in the deed that said the state had the right,
Yeah.
or the landowner had a right, or
Yeah,
that the state would return it, or,
I can't speak for him, but I don't think that he would be against
No, it's
But
used
if
to be
the-
the old
But
road.
if the town could draw up the letter, he could sign
Sign
it. Because it kind of behooves the town to try to get rid of the riffraff there.
So you're thinking we should draft a letter? Okay,
But that used to be the old road, 135. They gave, my grandfather gave him the property where the road goes now.
Uh-huh.
And for that, that piece of land.
okay,
I'll draft a letter. I'll
Thank
send
you.
it to you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So we can look at it at the next meeting. And then we can give it.
Well, because as a surgeon, I just think he's probably gonna go, I don't have time for stuff like that, you know, because
I-
it doesn't really affect him, but it might, you know.
It affects us more than it does him,
Yes,
so.
Right,
We'll
And
help him. Help me, help you. We got it.
okay. And then we send it to DOT?
Yeah,
Okay, do you have a contact at DOT?
yeah.
Okay,
Well, thank you
So
so
you
much
give us-
for looking into that, 'cause I just hear people here and there say, it, and sometimes when you drive by, you're like, what is going on there?
we just keep hearing rumors about,
Well, yeah, I drive by and see stuff that doesn't look
okay.
good, yeah.
Okay, any other public comments? Okay, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Right.
7:44.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Give you a hand.